Hi, I'm Rebecca Johns, and I'm the Director of Education here at the Stark Museum of Art. And I want to talk to you about the theme for the Juried Student Art Exhibition for 2026. Our theme is We Complement Each Other. Our theme is derived from our upcoming special exhibition that will be on view in Gallery 5 called The Color Orange. And that exhibition will open April 11th and close October 3rd of 2026. The exhibition of student artwork will be juried by staff at the Stark Museum of Art, and our juried student art exhibition will include up to 100 works of art created by 4th through 12th grade students in Region 5, Texas, and Calcasieu Parish, Louisiana. The exhibition will be on view in our community art gallery and also in an online exhibition. We complement each other. Defined, it means artwork should illustrate two things that enhance one another, creating a more enjoyable or effective whole. So let's dive deeper into that idea. First, let's look at some works of art that are in our collection, and that could be appropriate if they were students and entering works of art. Your first thing you could go to is complementary colors. Complementary colors make things better, and so when we look at this painting of Lola, Miss Triana, Spanish dancer, we see that it is primarily a composition of orange colors, many different shades. But a dancer uses their feet, and down by her feet she has that pop of complementary blue, and it really does make this painting very dynamic and intense. Your eye is drawn down there. So this would be an excellent choice. So complementary colors is something to consider. Family is another way to think about how two things are better than just one. And so a family dynamic of a mother-infant or a mother-son or a father-daughter or a grandparent, anything, siblings. Think about ways that your family is better together than just single people alone. So that is another way you could think about it. Many of you play sports or on a team. It could be an academic team, it could be an athletic team, but think about ways that you can do things with other people that you couldn't do alone. You really can't play tennis by yourself. You can hit it up against a wall, but it's not quite the same game. So it could be a team sport. It could be your study partner. Think about ways that things that you do with people and how that experience is better. You could look at nature for a pairing. I think a landscape with a rainbow in the sky, when we're out in nature and we see a rainbow, it feels a little more special and exciting, doesn't it? Even though that landscape is beautiful without it. So a cloud formation that's really dramatic could be another way. So landscapes, which are entered every single year into our exhibition, many of them could qualify. You're going to need to talk about that in your artist statement, as with any entry, but you're going to tell us what the elements of this landscape, how it is fulfilling the theme, we complement each other. I've also looked through works that were entered in years past under different themes and found some that I feel like if they had been entered this year would fulfill our theme of we complement each other. So here again, these two students have submitted works of art in the past that really featured very strong elements of complementary colors, and I think they're very nice and dynamic. These two are interesting because the one on the left is again that family idea. You can swing on a swing set by yourself, but it sure is fun to have someone push you. So this artist statement could talk about that experience, could dive into the memory and how meaningful that is. Lots of ways to talk about this on the left, with family spending time together, uh, work of art. On the right, there's a lot of different ways that this artist could have defended the theme. We see a strong background of complementary colors, blue sky meeting that orange below. But in the foreground, this artist could talk about all kinds of different things about how two things made a thing better. So let's first look on the left. The girl is wearing fairy wings, and I think a lot of children love to dress up with fairy wings or superhero capes. So perhaps it's a childhood memory. I'm sure this girl feels a little more special and imaginative with her fairy wings on, and certainly as she's blowing her bubbles, that's another thing. But we could even just focus on the backyard. So the backyard is a great backyard. It's got trees and grass, but is it made even better by the sprinkler, the kiddie pool, and the swing set? So I think that there's a lot of room to talk about the theme in both of these works of art. Your work of art does not have to be completely representational or realistic. It can be more symbolic, and this work of art, I feel like, is a really great way to depict that theme. So we see two hands. They're definitely two people's different hands, and I'm assuming they're friends, and they are creating a symbol, and we see a heart shape made by putting their fingers together, their hands. And through their hands, it's creating almost a portal that's very realistic. And we can see a beach scene that goes much deeper than the rest of the very abstracted surrounding their hands. And we see a beach theme. So this artist statement could talk about the friendship between these two people. And maybe it's a place they went to. I could see this being a really strong entry. Another thing you could think about are foods. We eat foods every day, and we pair them together. And hopefully you're pairing things that you think are better together than apart. So it can be really straightforward. The one on the top on the red checkered tablecloth, we see a picnic with a sandwich and a drink. Below is a photograph, a beautiful photograph of an orange growing on a tree. So we could talk about how nature and the elements of nature make our food better. So it was entitled Louisiana Sunshine. You could talk about how the Louisiana sunshine makes the orange grow to its peak and how much we enjoy it. The one on the right is a work that is almost like a illustrated recipe card, but there's so much more to it. I remember reading this artist's statement when this one came in a couple years ago, and she talked about that this was a generational recipe. Her grandmother had made it. I think her grandmother had learned it from generations above her, and that this granddaughter, it was really meaningful to make this recipe with her grandmother. This recipe, when she ate it, made her think of her grandmother. So definitely the process of cooking together with her grandmother, eating her grandmother's food, this is an experience that is better together than apart. And even if she's not with her grandmother, I bet when she eats this food, she feels the connection to her. So that it's a really creative solution. So I hope that you see that there's a lot of ways that you can make the theme work for your artwork. So think about a special memory, a person with their pet, a depiction of a moment from everyday life made special, a portrait of a child and their best friend, or a child and their relative, or grown up, a representation of a meaningful moment in your life, or just two food items that you love. And just remember that your artwork must be two-dimensional and no smaller than 8 by 10, no larger than 9 by 12. But if you look at the list on the right, you can see that your options on how to make it are are endless. You can do mixed media, which means you can combine many of the things on the list, and this list is not all inclusive, but it includes pencil, colored pencil, pen and ink and Sharpie, watercolor, paint, mixed media, other two-dimensional media like digital, or even taking photographs. So here's the things you need to remember. We need to receive your entry no later than Wednesday, February 4th by 5 p.m. And after that, we'll immediately start jurying and working on selecting the 100 works, and featured artists and award winners will be announced on our website on Wednesday, March 11th. Anyone who is in our exhibition their art will be scanned and featured in a digital exhibit that will be online and also on a TV in our exhibition. We will have a juried art reception on Wednesday, April 1st. And after the exhibition comes down, all Orange County Public School artwork will be delivered to the school on Thursday, May 12th. If you are a school that submitted outside of Orange County, you have 2 time frames to pick it up. I will have your art bagged, labeled, and ready for sign out on May 13th through the 16th and May 20th through the 23rd. We're open to the public Wednesday through Saturdays, and those are 2 time frames where all your artwork will be ready for you to pick up. Any artwork that's not picked up will be deemed donated and will be discarded or used for other purposes as deemed appropriate by the Stark Museum of Art. I hope I've given you some ideas to jump off of, but if I've left any question unanswered, please email me or call me, and I look forward to helping you, and I do truly look forward to getting your entries. Thank you.